Release the Blues with Energizing Breath. And it's an incredible breath. I'm excited to share it with you. It's actually a newer breath for me. I don't practice it very often, so it's fun to learn new pranayamas and to practice more pranayamas. So let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about conscious breathing, its benefits, how it reduces fight, flight, freeze stress response. Great tool to reduce stress. And then we'll talk about energizing breath or bellows breath specifically, and then we'll practice Release the Blues, energizing breath in a meditation to clear emotional blocks and promote energy flow and happiness. And that's all going to be today. So let's start with conscious breathing. There's a beautiful quote from the Vedas that goes, "For breath is life, and if you breathe well, you live long on earth." And this is a beautiful quote, and it really sums up the fact that breath is really essential, super essential to life. It is the first thing we do when we're born and the last thing we do when we leave. And in between that time, we take about 500 million breaths, so many breaths. And so it's important to realize that the mind, the body, and the breath are interconnected and can deeply influence each other. So our breathing is influenced by our thoughts and physiology can be influenced by our breath. So learning to breathe consciously and with awareness can be a valuable tool in helping to restore balance in the mind and the body and to soothe the emotions. So important. So let's talk about the benefits that have been proven scientifically. So researchers have documented the benefits of a regular practice of simple deep breathing, and they include reduced anxiety and depression, lower and stabilized blood pressure, increased energy levels, muscle relaxation, decreased feelings of stress and overwhelm. So these are some of the beautiful benefits that science is finding in studying pranayama or conscious breathing techniques. So let's talk about conscious breathing and how it reduces the stress response of fight, flight, freeze. So in the medical community, there's a growing appreciation for the positive impact that deep breathing can have on the physiology, both mind and body. According to research, many of these beneficial effects can be attributed to reducing the stress response in the body. So to understand how this works, let's look at the stress response in more detail. So let's look at fight, flight, freeze. So when you experience stressful thoughts, your sympathetic nervous system triggers the body's ancient fight, flight, freeze response, giving you a burst of energy to respond to perceived danger. And your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. You primarily breathe from the upper chest and not the lower lungs. And this can make you feel short of breath, which is a really common symptom when you feel anxious or frustrated. And at the same time, your body produces a surge of hormones such as cortisol, epinephrine, which makes up adrenaline. And that increases your blood pressure, your pulse rate goes up, and it puts you kind of in a revved up state of high alert. So these are all very important at some point in our human evolution because it helped us fend off attackers. And it was something that prepared our body to handle some of the dangers that were in our environment. So if you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, fight, flight, freeze was really beneficial. But these days, in present times, it doesn't really apply so much. We don't have those kind of dangers. So we are consciously, as a human collective, choosing not to react in fight, flight, freeze any longer. And we are making conscious choices not to do that because we don't need it. If we need it, it's handy, but it's very rare that we would need it. So at this point in time, we are consciously choosing to release that and find a more calm and peaceful experience in our daily lives. Pranayama, meditation, yoga, these are all incredible tools to make choices around how we react or respond to things in our life that may trigger that fight, flight, freeze, where we don't actually need it. So let's talk about some of the benefits. So with deep breathing, you can reverse these symptoms instantly and create a sense of calm in the body and in the mind and soothe the emotions. And when you breathe deeply and slowly, you actually activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which reverses the stress response in the body. So deep breathing stimulates the main nerve in the parasympathetic nervous system, the vagus nerve. And if you look at the vagus nerve is a nerve that goes through the entire body, the skull, down the back, shoulders, arms, all the way down the core of the body and through the legs. So it has an incredible effect on the body. And if it is activated, it starts to slow down the heart rate, lowers the blood pressure, calms the body and the mind. In addition, deep breathing, if you practice it, you engage the abdominal muscles and the diaphragm instead of the muscles in the upper chest and neck. The conditioning of the respiratory muscles results in improved efficiency of oxygen exchange. So with every breath, it allows more air exchange to occur in the lower lungs. So it releases the muscles in the shoulders and through the neck, creates more oxygen, allows more capacity in the lungs for oxygen intake. It also reduces strain in the muscles in the neck and the upper chest, again, allowing those muscles to relax. And so in short, deep breathing is more relaxing, efficient, allowing higher volumes of oxygen to reach the body's cells and tissues, as well as reversing the physical stress response in the body. Deep breathing can also help and slow down emotional turbulence in the mind. And breathing can have an immediate effect on diffusing emotional energy. So there is less reactivity in our emotions. So many incredible benefits of a regular conscious breathing practice. So let's talk about energizing breath or bellows breath specifically. This is an incredible breath. Skip the espresso and start your day with energizing breath or bellows breath instead of the coffee. So if you feel hazy or like you're moving in slow motion, bellows breath will help clear those clouds and get you on track. So let's talk about it. What is it and how does it work? So energizing breath or bellows breath is the process of rapid inhalation and exhalation, giving the body and the mind a boost of energy. It is powerful breath and acts like an internal bellows. So a bellows is a tool used to blow air onto a fire to make it burn stronger and hotter. And this breath is used to stoke your inner fire or your agni, your digestive fire, with strong internal airflow. So bellows breath is invigorating breath that energizes the body and generates an internal heat that can be thought of as a way to incinerate the negative stuck energy that's in the body, in the mind, that ama, that toxicity of emotions, toxicity in the body. And this is what this breath is used for. So the Sanskrit breakdown of bellows breath. So energizing and bellows breath is an ancient Indian breath technique, and it's known as Bhastrika Pranayama in Sanskrit. And Bhastrika is a Sanskrit term that simply means bellows. And Bhastrika or bellows breath is a traditional breathing exercise in yoga that helps to increase prana, which is life force energy. And it's often used to energize the body and clarify the mind in yoga practices. So it's very common in yoga. So you might experience as you go through your yoga practices. It's also tridoshic. That means that it benefits all the doshas. So if you have studied Ayurveda or if you've watched my videos on Ayurveda, you understand the Ayurveda is India's 5,000-year-old lifestyle medicine. And it is tridoshic, so it benefits all three doshas, vata, pitta, kapha, but it has the best benefits for kapha dosha. So kapha tendencies are to accumulate emotions or depression and sadness in the lungs. So Bhastrika will stimulate circulation and energize the kapha mind and the body. And it relieves any disorders relating to kapha, like excess mucus, sluggish digestion, feeling lethargic, unmotivated, And it can also help with asthma and breathing disorders. But if you're going to use it for those breathing disorders, you really need to practice with a certified pranayama teacher so they can monitor what's going on for you. But it can be used for deeper issues like asthma, breathing disorders, things like that. So great breath. Additionally, it can be used in so many different ways. You can use it first thing in the morning. Since bellows breath is energizing, try it first thing in the morning for a wake-up call that will get your blood pumping, get you in a perfect mode to start your day. Another way you can use it is during sort of a midday slump. So for those of you who work in an office, the midday slump is a time when many people kind of crash, usually about an hour after lunch. And if you feel sluggish after lunch or in the middle of the day, you can just step away from your place of work, maybe at the park or just a corner in your office, and practice a few rounds of bellows breath for a pick-me-up in the middle of the day. You can also use it before a workout. So, before you do a run or an active yoga class or a workout session, before you get started, just sit for a few rounds of bellows breath to warm you up and get you in sort of a focused, more energized mode. You can use it if you feel hazy or if you feel like you're kind of moving in slow motion. You can use bellows breath then. You can use it to lose weight. So bellows breath is also a practice to consider when trying to lose weight. Performing a few rounds throughout the day can help increase your digestive power and boost your metabolism, or your Agni, which is digestive fire. And you can also use it when you feel kind of blue or sluggish. So if you've accumulated depression, that sort of low, slumpy feeling in your body or feeling it in your lungs, you can try energizing breath or Bhastrika, and this will give you an immediate surge of energy and invigorate your mind. So those are some ways that you can use it and put it into motion. And then let's talk about the benefits. So the benefits of Bhastrika or bellows breath, there's so many, and we'll just go through the list here. So it increases prana or life force energy. It helps mobilize and flush bad energy out of your system. It energizes the body, promotes blood circulation, strengthens the respiratory system, so more lung capacity. It treats respiratory conditions. Again, if you have asthma or other respiratory conditions, this is a great breath to expand your lungs and build your tolerance of how much oxygen you can bring in. But again, do it with a pranayama practitioner to monitor your results. It also purifies the blood and aids in detoxification. It increases your digestive power. So again, it increases that Agni, that internal digestive fire. It boosts metabolism, reduces fat, helps with weight loss. It reduces excess mucus, boosts immunity, clarifies and calms the mind, improves focus, rejuvenates the mind, and improves memory. So many incredible benefits for Bhastrika Pranayama. So we're going to practice this a little bit today. Let's just first talk about when not to use Bhastrika. So you probably want to avoid practicing bellows breath close to bedtime because it invigorates your mind and it may be hard to sleep. You don't want to practice Bhastrika if you're pregnant or menstruating because it pushes the energy in a different direction. You want things to be going down, and Bhastrika kind of brings energy up. So don't do it if you're pregnant or menstruating. And there's a few health symptoms that you want to avoid Bhastrika and do a calmer breath exercise. So if you have heart disease, high blood pressure, a hernia, gastric ulcers, epilepsy or seizures, vertigo, nosebleeds, detached retina, glaucoma, lung disease, if you've had recent abdominal surgery or you're at risk for a stroke, don't do Bhastrika. Do something easier. So if you have symptoms like this, you can do coherence breathing. So you don't have to step out of this meditation. You could do coherence breathing. You can just place your hands on your belly and breathe in for a count of 5, out for a count of 5, in for a count of 5, out for a count of 5. And at any time during this meditation or this pranayama practice, if you feel sort of dizzy, you can switch to coherence breathing or just stop the practice and return to a natural breathing pattern. Okay, beauties? So just take care of yourself. Be attentive to how your body feels. Don't do it if you have major health issues, and switch to an easier breath if you do. Although Bhastrika, it is safe to practice, but just stay tuned to your body during the process. So when practicing any pranayama technique, always remember the importance of moving through the exercise slowly and mindfully in order to receive the full benefits. So pranayama should never be hurried or rushed. And if at any time you start feeling short of breath or dizzy, lightheaded, just simply stop, return to your normal breathing, and be sure to remain seated until the sensation passes. And if you have any sustained changes in your blood pressure, heart rate, or any other vital signs, just connect with your health provider and just check in about that. If these health symptoms do not apply to you, let's continue with Bhastrika Pranayama or Bella's breath, our beautiful practice today. And I think most people would really benefit from this. If you are a healthy individual, this will be a great breath for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Release the blues with Bella's breath. That's the meditation we'll practice today. So what you need to know is Bhastrika, it should be done gently and not with excessive force. The nostrils shouldn't get sucked in with your inhalation. So just keep it really light inhale like that. And the air should create a sound as it passes through the nostrils, not through the neck. So if it was through the throat, it would be Ujjayi Pranayama making that sound. But this is through the nostrils. So the sound that you will hear is just through the nostrils. And you'll make sure that both nostrils are clear. So if you feel stuffy, just take a break and blow your nose and clear your nostrils. And then the diaphragm, chest, and lungs are the only thing that are moving. So you're not moving your shoulders or anything. It's not an aggressive breath. So just you're moving your lungs, chest, and abdominal muscles. I will do an example. It sounds so that's what we're going to do today. And let's go ahead and get started on this beautiful breath exercise. So and give ourselves the gift of release the blues with the energizing breath and this beautiful meditation to invigorate and enliven our Agni and our energy and reduce ama and promote more prana in our system. So let's go ahead and get started today. So begin in a comfortable seated position with a straight spine, open heart. I invite you to close your eyes, get comfortable, take a few deep breaths, release any stress or worries or thoughts. Just notice your body sitting in a chair or on the floor. Notice your breathing. Notice your heartbeat. Relax, release, surrender. And let's begin. So we'll begin this meditation with a self-inquiry exercise that will help you connect with yourself at a deeper level. We'll start by guiding you in the 4 soul questions. Just gently repeat each one silently and then just listen to whatever answers come without judgment or evaluation. Just bring your awareness into your heart center, the area of your chest. And ask yourself the first question. Who am I? Who am I? Silently ask yourself the question. And notice the responses that come to you without forcing anything. You may experience thoughts, feelings, images, or sensations, or nothing at all. Whatever happens is perfect. Simply ask the question and rest in being. Just be. Who am I? Now ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? Ask the question and allow the responses to come to you. They may be in the form of thoughts, feelings, images, sensations. Notice whatever comes to you without forcing anything or without judgment. Simply ask the question and pay attention. What do I want? Good. We'll focus on those two questions today. Please let go of all the questions and answers. Bring your awareness to your breath. Simply observing the inflow and the outflow without trying to control it in any way. Let's just continue easily observing our breath. And if you notice your attention drifting away to thoughts or noises, just gently come back to observing your breath. I'm now going to introduce a simple breathing exercise to help you deepen into your meditation. Continue to observe your breathing easily and effortlessly. And just notice your seated position. Just to adjust to have a straight back and an open heart. I'm going to start with energizing breath. Start slow and then increase the pace in later rounds. So start inhaling to a count of 2 and exhaling to a count of 2. And it sounds like this. And when you're ready, go ahead and follow along with me. Begin inhaling to a count of 2 and exhale to a count of 2. Inhale to a count of 2, exhale to a count of 2. Great. Now allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. And again, inhale deeply and exhale deeply. And let's begin another round of bellows breath. We'll increase the pace a little bit. Now we'll inhale and exhale to the count of 1. If you find this difficult or the pacing is too fast, switch back to the count of 2. So let's begin. Inhale to a count of 1. Exhale to a count of 1. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. And again, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm, inhaling and exhaling deeply. And again, inhale and exhale deeply. One more time. Good. We'll begin our last round of Bhastrika breath. Increase the pace a little bit more. And this time we'll be inhaling and exhaling faster. And it'll sound like this. If this is too quick of a pace, go with the timing of the last two. Either 1 count inhale and exhale or 2 count inhale and exhale. So let's begin. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Perfect. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. And one more time. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel the belly rising and falling naturally. Just gently inhale and exhale. Breathe. Gently inhale and exhale. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Good. And we'll continue to meditate in silence, allowing your breath to continue at a natural pace. And take notice of any shifts or changes in your body or mind from before we started this practice in comparison to how you feel now. Just notice any differences. And I'll watch the time, and when it's time to return, I'll chime a soft bell. Good. Keep your eyes closed. Continue to rest in being, rest in existence and presence. Simple breathing. I'll introduce 4 intentions. As I pronounce them, just until you release them. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. Lightness of being. Lightness of being. Good, and continue to rest in being. Take some time to rest. Continue to inhale and exhale slowly. Slowly begin to bring your attention back to the room that you're in. Into this time, into this space. Notice where you're sitting or lying, how your body feels. Take a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your head from side to side. Stretch and move in any way you like. Come back into your body. And when it's comfortable, you can gently open your eyes and be here right now. Welcome back, beauties. Namaste. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in the comment section now, or if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. How was that meditation for you? What word came up for you when you were thinking or looking at that beautiful best experience in your meditation? What came up for you? I'd love to hear from you. Question I hear is, what are some other practices to soothe emotions, mind, and the body? And so Ayurveda is an incredible practice, and pranayama is one section of Ayurveda. But if you want to go deeper into Ayurveda, you're welcome to look at a few of the videos that I made about it. Ayurveda goes into meditation and self-care, and it's a great way of calming the mind. It's a great way of even energizing. And so I highly recommend this series of classes that I shared about Ayurveda to share an intro to Ayurveda and the other support you in creating greater awareness and connection to inner happiness, boosting your energetic vibration, and knowing the truth of who you are and connecting with that beautiful light. So if you're on the Facebook group or if you're on YouTube, I'll be posting these in the comment section. And then if you want to go deeper with me, feel free to join our Phoenix community. I'd love to connect with you on a deeper way. You'll hear more about some of the events and the courses that I'm sharing in meditation, yoga, Ayurveda, shamanism. So feel free to join the Phoenix community list. You'll receive weekly Phoenix goodies and news and hear more about the beautiful things that are happening here. We're going to be doing live events soon on Kauai, Hawaii. So if you want to come visit, this is a great way to stay in touch and stay connected. And I'm going to post a link in the comment section. I really look forward to connecting with you there and staying in touch on a deeper level.